All right, what's going on, everyone? We are at episode 8 now of Food for Thought. My name is David.
My name is Kim.
My name is Andy.
Hey, cheers, bro. Cheers to that.
Hey, do you have the sounds?
Yeah. Cheers, y'all. Cheers, everybody.
Hey.
Let's go. How you been, bro?
Yeah, not bad, man. Getting pretty used to the whole lockdown quarantine stuff. So,
Right.
yeah, it is what it is. What about you guys?
Same. I think I'm pretty fully adjusted now. It's just it's kind of normal, like waking up and just like working from home, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, 100%. You still working much?
Yeah,
You guys?
nothing.
I feel like we're working more now.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good. Well, like the first couple of weeks was a bit like just like, all right, everything is just pause. Like, what the hell's going on? But I think, over the last couple of weeks, like things have cleared up a little bit. People were like calming down, and then back into the swing of things.
No, that's awesome then, because that hasn't been the same case for us. But
Yeah, what's been happening?
Is everyone else like still closed for you guys, pretty much? Or
yeah, I guess so. Because most of our clients are restaurants, so at the moment in Victoria at least, restaurants are still kind of pretty much shut until further notice.
Yeah, weird one.
They can only do takeaway, but not all restaurants can survive on just takeaway.
Right.
So
some
until things get a little bit better, I don't think we'll be getting too busy anytime soon.
Yeah. So what have you been up to then? Have you been like still like working and stuff, or have you been like chilling or doing other shit?
We have we still have a few clients that are still operating at the moment, so there's still work to be done. But in the free time that I have more of, I've been practicing my Photoshop and Final Cut kind of skills a bit.
I saw some of that.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit better with that stuff.
Sick.
It looks tight, man. I love it.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Thank you.
Sorry, never mind. Cool. No, that's dope, dude. Have you? What's the biggest thing that you've discovered?
Probably couldn't put a finger on one biggest thing that I've discovered, but maybe like shortcuts, like Command Shift S to save a document or something. Right? I used to always go to save as.
Really?
True.
Wow.
Now I just Command Shift S and it it's really quick.
It's
really stupid shit.
A separate file? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if I've been doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just small things that like I should have known before.
Nice. That's cool, bro. Have you been doing any like planning for the future and that kind of stuff as well? Or because obviously things are changing.
Future for Korea or just in general?
Both.
Yeah, Lynn and I just bought a place recently, so we're about to move out on Monday.
Oh,
hey,
wow.
Congrats,
bro.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Thank you.
Nice. Whereabouts?
In Noble Park, so we'll be moving there on Monday.
Yeah.
Planning for that.
Sick. How's the whole process?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's been a long time coming. We were meant to move in March, but as you know, with delays and stuff, it happens. And now it's May, and we're just getting in now. So buying all the furniture and stuff like that. So yeah.
Nice. Are you doing the deciding, or is she pretty much being like?
It's probably mainly me.
All right.
Because I like that kind of stuff, like design and creative stuff.
Yeah.
So it's probably more so me, but I definitely have her input on it, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So does that mean what is that?
Buddy? I bought this like massive shisha.
You bought a massive shisha?
Yeah,
that's cool.
I haven't even got like the essentials, and the first thing I bought was this fucking massive shisha.
that sounds like you.
Yeah, so dumb, man.
Like, we need a couch first? No, we need a shisha.
Nah, man, we need a shisha.
Step 1, buy a house. Step 2, buy a shisha.
I'll be sitting on the floor, like smoking a shisha.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
That's
cool. In so long.
Yeah, dude, it's necessary for, especially during these times, you know.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, what else has been keeping you busy? Maybe like outside of work. Have you been doing anything in particular, or?
Nah, not really, to be honest.
Fair enough.
I find myself thinking a lot and trying to think of, you know, like contingency plans and shit.
Yeah.
For the business and stuff like that.
Sure.
But nothing crazy has popped to mind yet. So yeah, just chilling, to be honest, and embracing the time.
Yeah, that's kind of nice, I think, like in a way where you know, like you don't have to be so hectic.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's kind of for me. I'm just like I'm gonna embrace like non-hecticness for a little bit.
Yeah. Cool. It's like a gap year, really.
Yeah, true. It does feel like that.
Gap year from life.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a write-off this year, basically.
Pretty much, huh? So it's kind of cool. I don't know. It's like I was talking to Kim about this yesterday when it was like last night I just catched up. Well, 2 nights ago I catched up with some friends just to catch up. And it wasn't like a business meeting. It wasn't like work related or anything like that. It was just purely to just catch up with friends and be like, what's going on? How you going? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It feels like high
school.
Good
to have that.
Yeah. When we'd like just go to Glen for no reason and like have coffee.
Have a coffee.
Have a coffee. And then just chill.
Coffee at the time.
Yeah, man. So it's nice.
Yeah. Have you been out like to Glen lately?
Last time was like just before everything went like fully locked down.
Yeah. Haven't really been out.
Yeah. Have you?
So how are you guys maintaining such fresh haircuts?
Dude, my sister's a hairdresser.
No shit.
Yeah.
I went to the barber 2 weeks ago, so.
Nice. Is the 30-minute rule actually enforced, or they don't really?
They book it in, but like I don't think it's gonna be like, oh, that's 31 minutes. Get the fuck out.
Get out there. Half done. That's good.
But, I haven't touched my hair since it started. So
have you spoken to your barber?
No, I haven't. I probably should, to be honest.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're up to.
But I'm kind of challenging myself to see how long I can leave it. I received like this is the biggest I've ever had a mushy. It's pretty pathetic, but like
I mean,
for me it's good.
Yeah.
I've been growing mine since the start as well, and it's like getting
since yesterday.
This morning, man. This is my 5 o'clock shadow.
That's a pretty solid like beard you got going on.
Thanks, man.
It's thick as well.
I inject hormones into my chin.
Do you clean it up? Do you clean it up around here?
Yeah, I do regularly.
What do you use?
I just use the back of my razor, you know, the end of it. And then I also have like an electric one.
Oh,
yeah. I have levels to the shit. And then I have like a scissors as well. So I have 3 different levels to the shit.
I seen you've been cooking a lot as well, Tinks.
Yeah, man, it's been so good. Like the most challenging thing was the beef Wellington.
Bro, I was just about to say that Wellington looked pretty good.
Dude, it's like the best meal I've ever cooked or eaten.
I've never had one before, actually.
You should make it, dude. It's
pastry wrapped steak, really?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but then you have
it's like a big sausage roll.
Yeah, you pretty much have like
yeah.
It is. It's like a fancy, but it's like a Christmas thing. It's a Christmas dish. So it was like, I recommend.
It was pretty challenging to make.
It was pretty hard, but
like making a good steak is kind of hard already, right? So now you're covering it in pastry and then trying to nail the steak.
Yeah. I was just watching Gordon Ramsay's video, man. I just went, yeah.
Yeah, what does that sound?
It's my dog.
Dude, I love your dog. Your dog's so cute. The video of your dog just watching other dogs, that is...
Yeah. He's a funny cunt, man.
It's a clueless, beautiful animal.
Thank you.
Is he?
You guys have pets?
Yeah, I got 2 dogs and a cat.
Oh, 2 dogs and a cat.
Yeah, they're friends too, so they hang out and shit, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
The cat think it's a dog?
Probably. But he gets into like punch-ons and shit. Like,
wow.
He always comes
What breed are the dogs?
One of them is a Pom Cross Terrier. So It's like a little lion kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then
the Asian dogs.
Hey?
Asian dogs.
Super Asian. And the other one is the Chihuahua, which is it's kind of Asian too. Yeah. I don't know.
Feisty?
Pretty universal.
I had a Chihuahua.
Needy. She's very like, come on, like pat me and shit. I was like, all right. Yeah, not really too feisty. Yeah. My Pom Terrier is actually more feisty, or like just really territorial.
Yeah. Good with strangers?
With people, yeah. With other dogs, no. Yeah. Other dogs, they're like, he will just go off. Yeah, crack the shits. I'm just like, calm down, bro. Shit. Yeah. So like, whenever I take him for walks, it gets hectic, man. I'm like, avoiding people. Like, if I see them, I'm like, I'm gonna like dodge them and shit. Yeah. It's anxiety walking him. Yeah. How about you? What's your dog like?
Very, very needy, very chilled.
Yeah.
Is your dog coming with you when you move?
Nah, he's probably got it better here. The house is bigger. It's got a backyard. He's already toilet trained here.
Oh no.
Like he's toilet trained, but when I take him to other houses, like I took him to Lynn's house once. He just piss anywhere, dude. So I will probably try take him for maybe a couple of days at mine. But I'd have to probably train him again on where to piss and stuff because I don't think he'd know.
Right.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's pretty cool. He's probably too friendly, if I must say.
It looks super friendly.
if like someone came to like burgle the house, he'd play with them, bro. I swear. He would jump in the car with them and like.
That's funny.
That is funny. That's cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, we had some we were trying to think of like what to talk about in terms of what kind of questions we might ask. And then we started thinking about because we're both kind of like running businesses and just thinking about people that might listen to this. Like, I feel like now is like a good time to work on a business or create a business if that was something that was on your mind in terms of creating. I feel like with more time means you can spend that time doing whatever you want to do. And if business is one of the things that you had, maybe on the back of your mind for a long time, now
is the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. There's so much spare time now. You might as well, put some pen to paper and try nut out a plan or something.
Exactly. And especially if you're working from home, so you're probably not working all those hours.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll just all right, we might play almost like a little game kind of thing where we'll give you a business scenario in terms of if you wanted to create a business in this, what would you do to create it? You know what I mean?
What would you do that's out of the box that could stand out within the industry that about it? You know what I mean? So there's no pressure. You don't have to be an expert in it, but what would you do with your mind?
Give me an example.
So the first one,
what do we say?
Oh, this one's probably a little down your alley. If you had to start a business and it was gym wear, how would you go about it? Apparel, clothes,
fitness apparel.
Fitness apparel, yeah.
How would I go about it differently to what everyone else is doing?
Yeah.
That's so hard. That's so hard.
It is pretty hard. Tough one.
Because I always think about that because I think creating a business, it doesn't have to be something that's new and never done before.
Yes.
It can just be a matter of doing something better than what is already done.
Exactly.
How would I do the gym wear differently to someone else? No, I don't know. I really don't know, man. I wish I had an answer for you.
No, that's okay.
That's cool. Well, let's
because everything I think of, it's fuck, it's been done. Maybe I'm not innovative enough.
Well, what's your favorite example of that industry?
Gymshark.
True.
Gymshark came from a small startup brand, and now they're sponsoring some of the biggest athletes in the world, and it's almost a world-known brand, Gymshark. Like, I remember when they came up, like they were just like an Instagram shop, you know, and now they've got, you know, like top athletes, bodybuilders, fitness models, boxers, sponsored by their merch. So it's pretty crazy.
Nice. What do you think got them to that level?
I think a lot of the help from getting in at a right time, where social media started popping, aligning themselves with influencers that also took off as well.
Yeah.
So I think the timing was on point. They didn't have many other competitors at the time, I believe. And yes, aligning themselves with the right people and influencers who had huge reach.
Right. It does make a huge difference, huh? I know, like, a lot of people say, like, oh yeah, like followers, like at the end of the day, like it's about like organic followers and having real followers and that kind of stuff. But I think especially for like a gym brand and aligning themselves with the right people in an authentic way, it's crazy to see how much growth as a business they can get, and like, I guess, like just their brand image, where it's not so much just about the brand now, it's like the people involved, you kind of just associate with them.
Yeah. What their brand identity is, like if you're wearing Gymshark, like you're serious about your fitness.
Yeah, definitely.
They kind of have that look, you know, when you have that kind of clothing. Yeah.
And it's a brand you guys have heard of too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, it's just like a kind of normal brand that everyone knows, or everyone that's in the fitness scene knows. Their pricing is like the same as Nike stuff as well, so it really puts them into that like level of puts them on the same kind of level.
Definitely. That's
kind of
their effort. Yeah, like it's like, I guess, I mean, Nike's always going to be Nike, you know what I mean?
Of course.
And like for you to be even in the same conversation is like crazy. It's like, okay, like doing
same price range with your clothing and stuff. It's pretty sick.
Interesting.
Do you guys own any Gymshark pieces? Anything? Shorts or something?
No.
T-shirt?
Gymshark. No.
Nope.
Just Nike.
Yeah.
What about you? You own stuff from Gymshark?
Yeah, a few pieces.
What made you want to buy it?
No, the designs are pretty nice. That's one thing.
Nice.
At the very, very start, I actually didn't like the design and the quality. I did buy a piece and I thought the quality was pretty average. Recently they had a big like Black Friday sale a couple of months ago. So Lynn and I did like this big haul on some gear.
Nice.
And the quality is like really good. So I guess that has made me change my mind about them.
Okay. I'll have to try some out. Have you been training much?
Only what I can, man. Like, I still train every day.
Oh, nice. Every day. That's solid.
Yeah. But like,
like
the things
I do every day.
Just every day.
Just every day. I used to do 6 hours, but now I'm just doing 5 hours. You know?
Yeah. I was doing 1,000 push-ups. Now I'm doing 900. So.
Okay. It's quarantine. Right. That's all right.
We forgive you, bro. We forgive you for being lazy.
So good.
Nah, I'm still working out as much as I was before.
Sick.
But probably not as hard as I was before. Because I don't have the equipment that I had.
Yeah.
And I'm really limited to what I can do at home.
Yeah.
What
are your go-to workouts?
So basically I split my week into a push, pull, and legs. So like say today, for example, I did pull, chin-ups and bicep curls and stuff like that.
Nice.
And tomorrow will be legs, and then the day after we push, so like all the chest stuff, bench press, which I don't have, so push-ups and all those pushing type of movements.
Right. What do you think is the benefit of splitting up your workouts, like by push, pull, and legs?
I can target those muscle groups harder than trying to cram everything in one session.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah. and they're like a related muscle group. So by doing push all together, you can do that movement in one workout per se. So I don't have to do a chest day. I don't have to do chest day, back day, leg day, bicep day, shoulder day, tricep day. I don't have to do that. I can do like chest, shoulders, triceps in one day, back and biceps in one day, and legs, and then repeat the whole process again. You actually hit all those muscle groups more in a week than if you were to do chest,
separate,
back,
right,
arms, legs, abs, and then so on.
Yeah, that's intense. Because people do that though, don't they?
Yeah, you can, and there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't prefer. I prefer to do it my way.
Efficient.
It's more cost efficient. Time efficient as well.
Yeah. How long are your sessions normally?
45 to an hour.
Right. And morning or night?
Morning. Usually it's probably around 10 o'clock is when I'm training.
Nice. Have you missed any days? Like what?
Sorry?
Do you feel like you've just kind of built this habit of?
Yeah. I can't stop.
That's cool.
Like
that's really cool.
I've been looking into like gym equipment for the new place.
Oh, sick.
So yeah, but money's a bit tight at the moment, so maybe that's gonna have to wait for a bit.
Shisha first, though.
Yeah, get the
shisha
first. You need the shisha for like bicep curls. Dude, now I'm like craving a shisha. It's so random.
But when I get in next week, maybe we'll have you guys around.
Yeah, for sure.
Just have a sesh.
That'll be tight.
Sick. That'll be sick.
Yeah, just kick back. It's nice.
Where are you guys at the moment?
We're at mine at the moment.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, so I've ended up setting up this little, I guess it's like an office.
Yeah.
Just a desk, really.
Slowly coming together.
It's getting there.
You still have the office in Port Nelps?
No, we moved to the CBD.
We moved before quarantine, so it actually worked out really well for us in terms of rent. Yeah. Yeah, so
the rent's cheaper in the CBD?
We've got it all, so yeah,
a lot. Cool. Let's just say it was a lot cheaper.
Cool.
And so we figure out something, and then turns out we're not really using it. So that was lucky. That was super lucky. The timing was just perfect, and we're just trying to be more mobile in terms of like being able to work as well.
Yeah, which you guys are more than capable of.
For sure. Yeah. Like we don't really need an office. Like it's cool to have one. It's good to.
I feel like a key point that's come out of this whole situation is that all the organizations, like big or small, have seen the value of working from home. You know,
definitely.
I can see like the future turning into like a 4-day, 3-day. Yeah. I can see like 4 days on, 3 days weekend or something like that. Australia is probably more likely to do something like that because we like public holidays for anything. It's like, oh, it's AFL Grand Final. Let's make a public holiday. It's like, oh, it landed on a weekend. Let's make it Monday, man.
Friday? I don't worry about Friday.
It's National Hamburger Day.
Pretty much.
Second Australia Day.
Let's have another one. That's so true.
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy to be in Australia, like right now. Yeah,
definitely. We're in a good place, I think, and it's actually like pretty good. Hey,
what are your thoughts on the current lockdown situation? Melbourne is the most strict out of all the states. Do you think it's the right thing to do? Or do you think we should be letting loose like the others?
I think we shouldn't be celebrating early. So I think I'm okay if we stay strict for a little bit longer. I think I'm a bit biased for that because of how my life revolves around it. But I feel like, I've just heard a lot of stories about history, like with the Spanish influenza, how the second wave was like much crazier, you know, like when everybody celebrates early, the second wave is so much stronger. So I'm just waiting out on that kind of thing. So I'm just trying to be wary of it. Yeah.
I'm saying I think we're dealing with it pretty well, honestly. Like it seems like everybody's pretty okay for me anyway. I think if I was a restaurant owner and I was living in Melbourne, I'd probably be like, why aren't we getting things back into gear for work? But I think at the end of the day, the key thing is just keeping everyone safe and like better safe than sorry. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah. So
I agree. I don't think we should be celebrating too soon.
Like take
no, I agree. It sucks that everything's shut and no one can operate the way they normally do. But I think it's a necessary precaution to take before things get even worse, or we have like a second wave that comes through, and we have to restart the whole process.
Oh no,
I think, for example, like South Korea, they opened like their clubs and stuff again, and not soon after they had to shut it down again because the infection rate was going up.
Wow.
Again, so they've got a second wave.
Damn.
So if we follow the same thing where we start opening pubs and clubs and restaurants, and we encounter a second wave, then that's when there'll be issues again.
It'll be even harder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like at the end of the day, you don't want people getting sick. Like, you know, like what's the point in going out if you're gonna get sick? You know, so
I feel like this is a big lesson for everybody to know that, you know, life is unexpected. You know,
definitely, man.
You think everything's like all smooth and stuff, but like you never see this coming.
So, bro, when was the last time I saw you guys? The last time I saw you guys, things were fine.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't care less about what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
And the world has like been turned upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. In such a short amount of time. Just like boom. Like the world has changed now. I feel like anything that was before like this lockdown felt like a year ago. Felt like a different world. You know
That's so true.
Yeah. Like let's imagine like tomorrow things go back to normal, like the way it was before. It almost feels weird to wake up tomorrow and be able to go to D1 tomorrow night.
Yeah.
like it'd be weird as like
that's the first thing you do.
Should we be out here?
It's like, is this okay?
Is this safe? Like, are we too
gonna
close?
drop like flies? Like,
should we be sharing this shot? Should we be sharing this drink?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I did feel like that. It was cool seeing people again though. Like their restrictions like lifted a little bit, and just like seeing another person, just be like, what's up? Like, just appreciated it a lot more.
You know what? Like the saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder is so much more true in this moment, because you're like, fuck, like I miss my friends, you know?
Yeah, for
Even if they're super annoying, I still miss them. You know?
Yeah. I feel like I hung out with my friends more, like even just online throughout this whole process than like we normally would. Like if this was just like normal, we'd be like, oh yeah, maybe next week we'll hang out or whatever.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh shit, like you just appreciate like those moments.
Yeah.
Have you had any good little Zoom drink ups and stuff?
No.
Oh really?
No,
you haven't drank or anything?
No, I've drank like I probably drink every day.
All right.
But like I only have like a beer every day, or 2 beers every day at most.
Yeah.
So I haven't felt drunk for a while.
All right.
I missed it at the start, but now I'm kind of getting used to not craving it every Friday.
Right. You spread it out throughout your week.
Yeah. So
very consistent.
It kind of feels normal now to not get drunk on Friday or not get drunk on Saturday. Like it feels fine.
You don't feel like you're missing out on anything.
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm missing out, because that's what, like, I kind of get that heaps, like the FOMO, like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Boys, like all my boys are drinking, like
now,
shit.
Now it's a collective FOMO.
Yeah.
We're all missing out.
Everyone's
suffering.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like I find myself doing work on a Saturday night or a Friday night, and I'm just like happy doing it. Like I'm just chilling, like designing in bed, and I'm just like, it doesn't really matter what day it is, you know.
Yeah.
All the days have blended together.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Every day's Friday now.
Definitely. What's your sleeping patterns like? Has it changed?
Nah, it's the same for me.
Nah, mine's pretty similar. Actually, I took like a week off last week as like a holiday kind of week.
Yeah.
And I just messed around with my sleeping pattern like crazy.
Yeah.
I was doing like online dance classes where like, I did a class at like 3:30 a.m. And
a.m.
Yeah,
it fucking doing a class at 3:30 a.m.
It was in America.
Oh, no shit.
So it was in the States. So
that's cool as.
Yeah, it was cool. I was like, when am I gonna get the chance to do this?
Yeah.
Like,
how did you link up with people in the States?
They just advertised it.
Oh,
yeah, it was a class
there as well. So I'm sure you made some connections up there.
Yeah, I had some homies and stuff, but this was just like it was like a fundraiser workshop.
Yeah.
So they just advertised it, and I looked at the time, and then I like switched it over to like our time, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh dang, that's at like 3:30 a.m. So
Yeah.
should I do it? I was like, you know
So what
what?
time did you get to bed?
5:30.
Fuck.
I went to bed at 5:30.
It was like
alarm goes off an hour later.
Yeah, I was like, all right, here we go. It was weird, man. Yeah, the rest of the day, my body clock was just messed up, but it was worth it, man. It was like,
yeah.
What about you, Andy? Have you had any moments where you're like doing something at a random time, or because of this situation that you've just been like, I wouldn't think that I'd be doing this right now?
Nah, I've been pretty good with myself and trying to keep my sleeping pattern like in check.
Yeah.
It's during this time I know it's so super easy to start staying up later or start sleeping in longer because you don't really have to wake up for anything, especially if your workload has now decreased.
Yeah.
But I've been pretty strict with myself and getting myself into bed by 12:30 and waking up at 8:30, which is kind of like my normal routine.
Right.
So I try not to let it get out of
You have a level of normality.
Yeah. Once it goes out of control, I'm gonna start waking up at like 1 p.m., 2 p.m.
Yeah, true.
Like fuck that, man.
Yeah.
That's wild. Like anytime, like if I don't know how people wake up after 12. Like I feel like
I can't do
after
that.
9, dude.
Yeah.
Right, look. Okay, let's say after 10.
Yeah, I feel like 10 is like okay, like it's like borderline groggy.
Yeah.
But after that, it's like
bro, you just wasted half a day.
Like,
yeah, I feel like it really, really fucks me up when I sleep too long. Like, yeah.
But then, yeah, like it's like for people that are doing like night shifts and that kind of stuff, I'm interested to see if they're going back to like, normal time, like normal, or are they still like sleeping those like night shift hours? You know what I mean?
I feel like they would try to maximize their time with family and try to like synchronize their time with
just go back
people
to
around them. Well, if you say you were working night shift and you lost your job, I would try and get like connection back, Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. There's been a lot of family time during this.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what's beautiful about it, We've got more time to connect with family,
Yeah. If you have a good family.
Yeah, if you want to connect with your family.
Yeah, if you want to connect with your family.
If you want.
Let's not generalize here.
To each their own.
Not everyone has good families.
That's true.
Everybody's families are perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, it does get a bit like that. But yeah, have you done any, I don't know, anything out of the ordinary with your family?
No, not really.
Really,
to be honest, Rob.
We don't really have like.
I really wanted to tell you so cool. Like, I don't know anything, man. You guys?
I did one thing that was like out of the ordinary, and we played Jenga.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it just kind of happened. Like my sister just brought it out, and I was like, all right, I've never played with my parents before. Let's play.
Yeah. How did it go?
Dude, it got super competitive. And I realized where I get my competitive nature from.
Dad or mom?
Both.
Oh, really?
No one wanted to lose. It was like, we were like, when you like get super slow with it and you just like wobbling. Like we built it super high, man. Like we went for ages. And then like my dad would just be like getting all cocky and shit and be like, no, you got to get here. See, it makes no sense. You got to get the weight distribution here.
Was it a game they've played before?
Nah, so it was their first time.
Okay, cool.
Pretty universal.
Yeah,
because it's quite like a
the physical thing.
Yeah, so yeah.
It's like cards. Cards are universal because everyone
exactly.
familiar with the shapes and numbers, right?
Yeah. You understand what it takes to win and what it takes to lose, and then man, he was lit as well, by the way. So,
well, what's your parents like? I don't know them, but they're not the full traditional Asians, right?
Not fully, not compared to I think most people, where it's like you gotta be a doctor or you got to be a lawyer. Like they're pretty lenient, I think. Yeah.
More? Would you say they're more westernized?
Nah, they're still pretty Asian. They're pretty.
Okay.
I think it's just in their nature to be more supportive of
and open-minded.
A bit more open-minded. Yeah. And less strict, I think, in terms of what they want is what I want.
Are they younger than, I guess, your friendship group's parents?
I reckon they're around same-ish. They're not super young.
Mm.
Like, they're both in their 50s. So I don't know if that's young. Is that
Same age.
Yeah, mine are in their
around the
50s
same?
too. So
Yeah. Yeah. So they're like a bit more open to like, creativity and like, running your own business and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, which I was surprised, honestly. I had no idea. I wasn't too sure.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, it was always like, you got to finish high school and you're going to go to uni. Like, that was the main. Yeah.
Same, yeah.
You got to go to uni, got to get a degree or something.
Yeah.
So I got a degree in film.
Bad. I don't have one.
I mean, you don't need it now.
Yeah. What about you, Tanks?
Family?
Yeah.
Parents? About the same age. My mom's
more family time.
Oh, more family time? Yeah. Well, I'm living with my girlfriend and her family now. So I just moved in with them in January, Lunar New Year. So it was perfect timing. Yeah, it's been really good. She works quite like she has a good schedule, so she's waking up at 8 a.m., waking me up at 8 a.m. to make her coffee. So
she can't make her a coffee.
No, it's just our morning time to bond.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she's kept me in check in terms of my schedule, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're having a lot more dinner parties at home. That's pretty much our
family dinner parties.
Yeah. So we all sit around and just eat together.
Nice. Any interesting conversations?
Not really. Just chill. It's just enjoying each other's company. Yeah.
No interrogation from the parents.
They're pretty chill. I don't know. We already know we're getting married and shit. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Are they Viet?
Yeah, they're Viet.
Yeah. Nice.
Did they ask?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. We're pretty straight up with it. We're like, oh, we're gonna get a house and then we're gonna get married, and so we already told them what the plan is, so they already know. Like, should they just? Yeah. I don't know. I think they're pretty chill. Like.
So you got the seal of approval.
I think so.
Surely.
Yeah, surely.
Surely.
I mean, you're living with them.
I'm living with them, so yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the only approval you need. If you can live with someone, I feel like that's like approval for life.
Yeah. I agree.
Some people I can't live with. I'd be like, that wouldn't work out.
I think they really like me because I love cleaning up as well.
Really?
Like, it's a habit for me. Like, whenever I'm walking around and shit, I'm just always cleaning stuff up. So
where do you think you got that from?
Well, I think I got it from because my parents are split up, so me and my brother had to fend for ourselves a lot. So I think we became very mature very early. So, like, if I don't clean this up, it's still dirty. So what do I do? Clean it up.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So I really got to learn how to fend for myself at a young age. So, yeah.
Sick.
How are your parents, man?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're here at the moment. So I gotta be careful.
Tell us the truth.
Like watching.
Ask me a question and I'll answer it.
I mean, were they strict at all, or
more so my father?
Right.
He was way more traditional with what I had to study or
what
like,
did they expect
what I should be.
Yeah, what did become?
The typical try to become a lawyer or a doctor or
right.
An accountant or something. Try to be one of those things. Something that makes a lot of money so that when you get old, you can support your family, you can buy a house, you don't have to suffer. Yada yada yada.
Did it get to a breaking point where you're just like, I can make money doing other shit?
Yeah, kinda. Like I just never really found an interest in those things.
Yeah.
And I don't think he understood that or was maybe not exposed to that when he was young. Like when he was young, he didn't think about, hey, I can start my own business and
like immediate.
Like they don't think like that. They think like, you just get your job, support your family, live happily ever after.
Yeah.
And how did you go about like making that decision then? Did you tell him when you're like, I'm going to start my own business kind of thing? Or you told him?
Yeah, definitely. There was a lot of disbelief and doubt that I would succeed. And I don't want to say that I've succeeded yet, but there was a lot of doubt and like, oh, what if, you can't do this, it's not sustainable, like what if this happens, what if that happens, like it's not easy, if you don't make enough, you're gonna suffer and it's gonna be hard.
What was your answer to that?
I just said, well, like that's just the way it is. You live and learn, like it's the only way you can get through.
Exactly.
But the thing is, all those points you just said, it applies to lawyers and doctors and all that as well. Like
I guess they just turn a blind eye on it.
Yeah, well, it's because I guess there's such high examples that they can be like, there's such and such that has this job, and they see it. They see this.
Stable.
It looks stable. Yeah,
but it's not.
Yeah, exactly right. Like I'd rather do something that I'm not making as much money in, but I'm super happy, than do something where I'm making a lot of money and I'm not happy. So some people don't think that way. I mean, some people are happy to do something for more money that they're not happy in, than something less money that they are happy in.
Yeah.
And I've spoken to people that have said so. So
yeah,
right. I think it's just
depends
like
on
priorities.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and if you prioritize your time, and I think that's what got me over the edge. Was like, I think I prioritize time more than money, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs do. That's something that I've just kind of noticed when I've just been like learning. It's like entrepreneurs would just value time more than money.
Yeah,
such a good point.
It's weird that in doing that, usually they make more money because that's not their priority. Their priority is time and just being effective with their time. And by doing that, the money comes after. It's like found a way to work. They don't have to be on the clock. It's not like 1 hour equals X amount of dollars. Yeah.
Yeah, I think once you find something that you really enjoy doing, the money just kind of comes along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for sure.
So, in some ways, not.
Yeah. If you play it right.
Yeah, if you play the cards right, it can definitely work out in your favor.
Definitely. I mean, I'm just grateful to be like a business owner right now in this situation, because it's like, I mean, it's affected us, but it hasn't changed like the hustle, the grind.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship is just like, it's just another day.
Whereas
definitely. If you were like working for someone and you got fired or whatever and you got let down, it's like your whole world has changed because of someone else's decision.
Yeah.
It's like,
exactly.
Yeah. And it's like, how stable was that job then? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I guess it's easy to turn a blind eye on something like that as a parent or something. Once you're a lawyer, you're rich, you're good. Like, I guess I don't really consider
pandemic,
self-happiness.
Exactly.
I feel like that's a common thing as well. Yeah.
Self-happiness. Why would you need that?
Who cares about that?
Mental illness is like something that has come up more nowadays, and like I feel like a lot of my friends around me will be like, oh, like you can't tell your parents that you're depressed. I'll be like, what is that? Like, how can you be depressed when you have a roof over your head? You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a kind of concept that is hard to grasp sometimes, especially when we've come from a world that doesn't force you into hardship. Yeah.
Do you think maybe we as a generation have become too soft, and like we're just not sucking it up enough?
I think we haven't suffered as much as they have. Especially, because of the amount of years we have in terms of experience, but also the world that we're from. I think that, we will never understand what they went through because we can't go back in time,
Yeah.
But I think there are also other things that we suffer from in this world as well, the new world,
That was not relevant to them at the time.
Exactly.
But imagine being them now. Like, you're born and raised in Melbourne. I now take you to fucking Africa with $0 in your pocket, and you got to start your new life there, and you don't know anyone. You have no connections. Like, I've just dumped you there, and you got to go start your life. Like, how hard would that be?
It would be tough, but I think
because that's kind of what's happened with them, right?
Yeah,
Australia, can't speak English.
Yeah.
$0 in the pocket.
Yeah.
And
you
then
actually have to hustle or you die.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
I guess that's where the mentality comes from.
Yeah, this is nothing. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's just like they're giving you a platform to leverage off. Like you should be using this to, get yourself to the next level. Because I've already kind of built this foundation for you. It's like generational wealth.
Yeah.
So I guess
definitely.
in their minds, it's like, you got to take it to the next level. Like I'm handing you the baton. Like
yeah.
Go back. Don't go backwards.
Do me proud.
Exactly. Like they're like, I came here by a fucking boat. Like I had nothing to eat for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
exactly.
You gotta run with this.
Yeah. So I guess it's just like that. Yeah, belief in what your vision is and what you're actually doing. Because if it's something new that they haven't seen before, then they might not get it. But yeah, I guess it's like comes down to like how open they are to change, I guess.
Yeah, and adapting to the new times and the way things work.
Yeah. But I think now, like especially with like everything that's happening, I feel like everyone is becoming more open to it, like to like, new things happening, to the internet, to the power of the internet, and how it's actually bringing people like the positive sides of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think they're slowly starting to get it. Didn't get before.
Like an interesting example is like there's this kid in Rowville. I think he lives in Rowville. He's what, 17, and he won like a Dota competition.
Cool. Yeah.
And
right.
Yeah, he pocketed like 4 mil Australian dollars.
Wow.
So he's set for life. And I bet you his parents are like the typical Vietnamese family. Like, hey, why is my son playing games all day? You should be studying in school.
Right.
Da 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 da. And then imagine him as like a 17-year-old kid, Vietnamese kid, go to his parents, hey mom, I just won $4 million fucking dollars from playing this game that you always like, you drill me every day about playing this game.
Okay, you'll go keep playing it now.
Like for the parent, they'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What kind of world am I living in?
Like set. If you
probably think it's too good to be true.
Bro, you're set for life, literally.
Yeah.
That's an incredible story.
Hopefully he knows how to use it, and hopefully his parents help him out with it. But that's crazy, yeah. Like
it's a cool story to like make you realize that there is a lot of money out there and a lot of opportunities. Like if this kid's winning 4 mil from playing Dota, like we can definitely nail that client.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like there's people giving away money for crazy shit.
Yeah.
When we're offering a service that we actually care about and genuinely want to help people, then like you should have confidence in yourself when you're starting a business like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly. Esports.
Esports, man. Nah, it's crazy.
You guys playing any games or not really? Are you guys gamers?
I really wasn't, and I realized this like a couple of weeks ago before, like during reflection quarantine time, and I was like, fuck, I haven't played a game in so long. Like my last console was like a PS2, so that's how long it's been. So recently I acquired a PS4.
Oh, nice.
And I started playing FIFA.
Yeah.
Just like the classic FIFA. I was like, oh yeah, this is fun. Then I started playing poker, and then I realized like, because I'm always into like sport, like those games are kind of like sport-ish. Like you can like watch poker on Twitch and that kind of stuff. So I was like, oh, this is pretty tight, man. So that's where I'm at.
Are you into poker?
I love poker. Yeah.
Shit. Do you play like a crown and stuff?
Nah, not a crown. No. Not yet, anyway.
How excited he is. I reckon you're a hardcore gamer.
I don't know.
Have you played poker at Crown before?
I'm too scared to lose. I haven't played poker at Crown. I played poker on like Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, same.
But I haven't played with real money. I think I hate to lose. Like it kind of hurts me. Like, oh fuck,
yeah.
You can't lose if you ain't playing the game.
I just lost $100 in 10 minutes. Like shit.
Yeah, I've only played like blackjack and stuff at Crown. Yeah, and even when I lose something there, I'm like, oh,
I've only gambled twice in my life. The first time it was like my birthday and I played roulette. So I went in with $100. I made $400 on top of that.
Yeah, dude.
And then the second time I was like, oh, I can do this again. I got $100, went to roulette, lost it all in like 10 minutes. I was like, wow.
That left a bad enough taste in your mouth.
Yeah. That was the last time I gambled.
It hurts. It hurts.
Yeah. One time I walked into a Crown with like $20 note. I put it into like a random slot machine. And I was just like, let's just see what happens. Pressed a couple buttons. I didn't even know what the fuck I'm pressing. And then walked out later with $450.
Whoa.
Solid.
Fucking crazy, man.
Wow.
So the next week I was like, let's try again. Lost it. Like this, the first minute, all gone.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn, you just have your days, huh?
Yeah.
The thing about it.
But like, I think like the message with gambling is that if you look at the whole scheme of things, you always lose more than you've won.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Usually. I feel like with poker,
but you never know.
There's a bit of skill involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a bit more skill than too much chance. Like you have like a little bit more control over how much you win. Like if you play your cards right, then you might end up winning. And if you're really good at it, and like there's like a skill involved, you know what I mean? Like reading people, like probability, and just understanding that. I feel like is a good skill, especially in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like poker can be relatable to like business as well. When you like, you know when to play your cards. I feel like that saying like how to play your cards is very close to poker. Obviously, you do need luck, but then you do need luck in life as well. So
look at Dan Bilzerian, man. He built his whole empire off winning a poker match.
Dude. Really? Wow.
So now he's living the dream now.
Must be nice.
I think he was like broke at some stage, and then he just started playing poker. Got really good at it.
All right. Is that how he acquired his wealth?
Now he's where he's at. Yeah, that's how he got famous, kind of.
Right. I just always knew him as like that crazy billionaire party dude
with the girls and stuff.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was from poker.
Yeah, he won poker and just built from there. Crazy, man.
Dope.
That's awesome.
Yeah. How about you? Any games?
Been playing a little bit of COD and Fallout 76 at the moment.
Cool.
I don't know if you guys know the game, but yeah.
Is it good? I'm open to it now.
Role playing, post-apocalyptic world. The world has been nuked, and then we're living in like the year 2200 kind of thing.
Cool.
And like the world's fucked, and you're like trying to live, and it's kind of like Mad Max, kind of.
Oh, okay,
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I'm down to try. I tried Fortnite the other night.
That'd be so hard to play now. Everyone's so fucking good.
Yeah, I don't get it. I was just like,
there was a Travis Scott concert on Fortnite, wasn't there?
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube.
Yeah, it looked pretty good, man.
Sick. Yeah, it's really.
I actually think that's like the future of concerts, dude.
Wow.
You plug into a fucking VR system and you attend this
actually
concert.
VR? It's like a Travis Scott.
Well, it wasn't VR, but like if it was VR, which is probably possible. I don't see why it's not possible.
Yeah.
That's like the future of concerts.
Yeah, that's
because like
chill at home.
It's like exclusive content. It has
and like you can do anything. You got like a giant Travis Scott jumping out of like the sky.
Yeah.
Like
you know, you have that in a real concert.
You can't do that in real life.
Yeah. So
I have to watch this video.
It's pretty wild.
True.
Dude, it's crazy, man. Now, just watch the video and then imagine we were able to like VR into that world.
Yeah.
Like it'd be next level.
It's like a psychedelic trip, pretty much.
Cool. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I love psychedelic trips.
Dude, have you seen Have a Good Trip on
No, what's that?
It's like a documentary about acid. I don't know why it came up on my feed, but I watched it last night and it just really breaks down like psychedelics, LSD, acid, DMT, like all that kind of stuff, and like provide like actual like it's like a proper documentary, like an educational kind of vibe to it, and not just like partying or whatever, but it's like gives you the facts.
Does it like kind of encourage you to try it or?
It gives you a very it just gives you the information about it. So it's not like, it feels pretty level. Like it's more like it's up to you to decide.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to. There's people saying like, yeah, you should try, you should do it. Like,
yeah,
look in the mirror. And then there's other people like, don't look in the mirror. It was the worst experience of my life. Like,
yeah,
but I wouldn't do it again. So it's both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like I've never tried any before, but that's kind of a concern for me. Like, you
Same.
could go either two ways. Like, you could become awake and you've become an even better version of yourself because of what you experienced, or you could take like the bad trip where you're like, holy fuck, like I never want to see what I saw again, or like I'm just too scared to see which, I don't know, like because you can't control which way you're gonna go,
Exactly.
So,
I feel like you can.
Maybe.
Like, because I took DMT when I was like,
holy, really?
As a teen, and I would have been what, 15, 16 when I took it. And I felt like it's all based around the way you control your mind and your outlook on life.
Yeah.
Like your positivity, and you control your mind, so you can direct where the trip goes as well.
Some people can't control their mind.
Exactly.
You're right.
Not everyone can.
That's true. Cuckoo people, right?
Yeah,
Not
that's
cuckoo, but those are the ones that usually go down the wrong path.
Yeah.
How was the trip like? I've always been so curious on what that's been like.
It feels like you're gone for a very long time. I felt like I was gone for at least 4 hours, and then when I came back, everybody was like, "You were only gone for 10 minutes."
Dang.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Essentially, physically, you feel like you're getting sucked out of your body, but the image that I see in my head, like every like if I recall it, is like this golden temple rising around me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why do you think you saw that though? Like, is it because?
Have you been thinking about that at all?
I think I've grown up
Buddhist, right?
Yeah, I've grown up going to the temple a lot. And I think what I recall it being is just how I aspire to be when, like, I aspired to be at that spiritual level.
Yeah.
I grow up, I guess. That's how I felt back then. I was like,
yeah,
this is like, I always felt like I was destined for something amazing.
Yeah.
I always felt like I always had that romantic idea of my life. So I guess that's the reflection of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Did you see any beings?
No, I didn't.
Colors?
Yeah, because a lot of the colors was like gold for me.
Wow. Okay.
And then like what happens with DMT trips is that it's a lot of geometrical shapes that interact with each other. So I've heard of many people taking it and then saying they look at objects and it's all these, I guess it's like reflective of the atoms that exist in the world and how they interact.
Isn't that amazing? Like how we see things, or most people see things in that same way.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it just breaks everything down like to matter.
It's fucking, it's fucking crazy, dude. Like it makes me so curious to try it.
What if everybody thinks that they're seeing the same thing, but we all have a different view?
Could be
on things. You know what I mean? Like I could say that this is a table, but we could both be seeing a different table, even though it's the same color or we describe it the same way. It could be a completely different looking table from different perspectives, but you know, I feel like everybody sees the world differently.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, animals do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a bee, this is in the documentary, by the way, like he talks about a bee looking at a flower. And the way that the bee sees a flower is going to be so different the way we see a flower. You know what I mean? Like to him, it's like, you know,
life.
Yeah. Like, but then, for us, it's just like, you know, it's just another flower. So
you spit on it kind of thing. you pluck it from the ground and throw it in the sky.
We pick it and give it to our loved ones. You know, they see it as an opportunity for more life.
Yeah.
You know,
that's true. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
The research that I've done into DMT is like not everyone, but most people kind of experience this thing where they see like someone. No one can describe who or what he is exactly, but everyone says, well, most people say they see someone and they kind of provide them with like really like mind-blowing advice, and then they head back to
I've heard musicians, like famous musicians, that sing songs about it, and they always say that it sounds like the parents of Charlie Brown in Snoopy. and
The
they're always like,
parents of
they're
I
like,
saw that.
womp 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 womp. Like
Really
that's how they talk in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
crazy.
in the trip, that's what they say. It's really crazy.
Yeah, you just gotta wonder what it means. Like, why does everyone see the geometrical shapes?
Yeah.
Like what does that mean?
Yeah.
Is it specific to that product?
Yeah, like to
Or-
that realm.
Yeah.
Like, is there a realm? Like,
Yeah.
a
Is that the
real realm that
Yeah.
we all just
Yeah.
go to.
It's,
Yeah.
And
it's
that's
quite,
why everyone sees the same thing, because it's actually a place that you go to.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe that's what everything actually looks like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Fuck,
this
man.
universe. I don't know. I don't know.
Have you tried, Dave?
No, I haven't.
Would you?
I think. I mean, I'm not going to cross it off my list. Especially after watching the documentary, it just made me feel like I think I have to be in the right place at the right time with the right people.
With the right people.
Yeah, right mindset.
Definitely.
In nature.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's gotta be the right vibe. So
I always feel like when I'm doing something like that, I don't want it to completely change me where I become like a super hippie or something like that. I still want to be able to function in the world and still be able to find the importance in little things, because sometimes it can be overwhelming for people, you know, especially people that take like or smoke a lot or stuff like that. You know, they kind of think, oh, what's the point of life?
Yeah.
You know? And they kind of not worry so much because
What's interesting because a lot of people are doing research on how it can help mental illness, and you know, like I think it's legal in the US now for psychologists to use it to try and work on like depression and just mental illnesses in general. So it's slowly becoming legal for that, and it'll be interesting in the future if there was a way for them to use it almost like medical marijuana, you know?
Yeah.
Same kind of thing.
But also, side note, but isn't it interesting that such a thing even exists that we have access to and have had access to for like thousands of years? And you know, like, why does this exist? Why did and how did someone even think to use it?
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Well, yeah. You gotta think about like the 60s, like, you know, all the hippies and stuff, and all the hippies out of it, and all the peace movements and all that stuff that came out of it. Like that doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is like medicinal. You know, we would have used it back in the day for medicine, and you know, essentially.
Yeah. And recruitment.
Actually, yeah. Side note, but I've walked through like elderly like retirement village, and I could smell so much of it. And
really?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, what else are you gonna do?
Does it
I would love to just do that.
Does it have quite a distinct smell?
Yeah. No,
I've never smelled.
No,
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about bud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but not that. Yeah.
Yeah, if I was old, I'd probably just smoke up every day.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys function well on it? I'm not so great on it. I just get sleepy and lazy and kind of just like meh.
I'm kind of like that recently. Yeah, I used to be able to function okay when I was regularly, but now I just don't really enjoy it that much because I feel like I want to be productive, and or even if I'm doing it at night, I'm just like I'm moving way too slow. I'm like 0.25 speed of like
I feel like I'm like that more so the next day.
Yeah,
like when I'm on it,
really?
I'm like I'm actually like I feel more creative and like just curious about like learning, and I'll just be like hiding, everything's just hiding. I'm like boom, 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 like let's go.
So you could work on it almost, like work and do work better. It sounds like
it is better because I don't overthink.
Yeah.
Especially with creative stuff, I think like normally when you're sitting there just trying to create, you know, it's a bit like, oh, what if this, what if that, and you're a bit logical with it as well. But if, you know, I'm high, then it's a whole different
Maybe I should give that a try then, because I don't, when I do it, I don't really do it when I'm working. Maybe I should try it like during work and during a creative sucks, but
well, if there was a time to do it,
Yeah.
well, let me just grab it from.
In that case,
here's
Maybe
what I
I'll wait
did
till
earlier.
maybe I'll wait till next week when I move out or something.
yeah,
Housewarming, man.
Yeah.
Take the shisha for a spin.
You could put it in there, I think.
Yeah, easy.
that would be
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah. It's an idea.
It's a nice.
Wow, that's
So many
probably
uses.
the best thing that came out of this podcast.
So many uses for that shit. Oh, dang. All right. Well, what's the plan for you, for the rest of ISO and
For the rest of ISO, I need to catch up with my team and think of what our plan is for the next 3 or 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably prepare for the worst if things get worse.
Yeah.
And have some sort of plan where we don't have to rely on restaurants for money anymore. We can maybe shift our focus into every other business that isn't a restaurant, which is very possible. So I think that's what we should be doing now.
Nice.
And working on a plan for that. And possibly, as we were saying before, starting a new business or planning for something that is missing in the market or can be done better in the market now.
Exciting.
That's awesome.
Sounds
what about you guys?
I feel like our mission's more or less the same. Try to create the best films we can. You know, it's always been about
just
that.
Grinding with that, but obviously still, same thing, man. Planning for the worst, and just making sure that we're good in terms of diversifying like all of our incomes, and just also learning about that too. And just like I think we're taking a lot of time to just learn and just go back to basics and like learn about basic business principles and just money and finance and how to scale a business and grow a business and just like really like play with like the big table, and how like those companies run and why are they so successful. I've been doing a lot of research with that kind of stuff. I like learning, so if there's ever a time to just do like learning and stuff, I feel like now is good. But yeah, like what Kim said, man, we just want to just create better quality, I think, is what we're really focused on at the moment. Like just the craft and just like how can we do better?
If your quality was not already amazing already.
Oh, thanks, man. But yeah, I think there's always a long way to go. I mean, when you, I guess, just like have that standard for yourself of really just pushing it every time, and then when you look at the quality that's out there in the world on a global scale, you're like, man, we ain't shit. You know what I mean? It just puts things in perspective.
Yeah, we're trying to fill that gap between us and like the very best,
Yeah. So there's always room for improvement. So
the hustle continues.
The hustle continues, but I feel like it's a different hustle now. I feel like it's like a day one hustle now. It's like it feels like the same kind of hunger that we had when we first started the business. Where it's like it's do or die. You got to be comfortable sometimes, like after a while.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. What do you think you'd do if it wasn't for flying arts?
What do you mean?
Like, let's say there was no flying art films.
Oh yeah, like other business stuff.
Yeah, like where do you think you'd see yourself?
I mean, for like I'm actually in the middle of working on something for dance as well.
Okay.
In terms of like for myself as a dance teacher, because that's always something that I've loved. It's a different it's a whole different field as well. And for me personally, that's another passion of mine. So it's like, how do I turn this passion of mine into a business as well? So that's something that I've been working on. I've just been training my ass off and like doing the research on that craft itself. And just I'm in a crew called Bass. Some of like the best dancers in Melbourne. We've kind of come together to, like a squad. And that's something for me personally, like I really want to push in terms of like building dance in the community. I think, compared to the rest of the world, like we're still a baby. I mean, in everything, but in dance particularly, like I think it's slowly becoming more popular. Like TikTok's popping off. people starting to see like how
Dude,
fun it is.
Why aren't you guys doing all the TikTok dances?
We're doing a different kind of dancing. TikTok is like entry level for me.
But you should do it anyway. Just get because they like that's what gets the engagement right now.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just trying to engage
myself. You do it like, obviously it's the basic level, but you do it in like the advanced level. So you still do like the same moves, right? But you do it like even better.
It's something about it. I know what you mean, and I know it would get the views and get the likes and that kind of stuff. But I think it's like, what is it like? It's like you've been. You know what? I think it's just TikTok. I think it's just like.
So do you watch the dances and you're like, fuck this. This is amateur stuff, or do you?
I'm like, that's sick. I'm like, that's good. That's awesome. But it's not my cup of tea. It's not.
Yeah.
Like I'm not really into it. I think it's the songs I'm not really into.
I will
be one day. But
yeah, because I think I said this to you guys before. Like,
you did.
If you maybe like got onto the same routines that they were doing, but you did it like in an even better way, it could like take you somewhere. It could get big.
That's true.
Like there's a few guys on there, like they do like the TikTok trending dances, but they do it like really good. Like it looks really good.
Yeah, I think it too. Like some proper like pro dancers.
Yeah, it's like pro.
Yeah, they're legit. And I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's just like maybe it's like a branding thing as well, or it's like just the vibe.
Yeah,
I don't know if it suits my vibe. Like I've tried it, and it's just like I don't know. Like I like Twitch for some reason. Like I think Twitch is dope. I think it's cool. Like I like what's going on there, even though like maybe dance isn't a thing there. But I think the vibe of it is cool. TikTok, I feel like I like the comedy side of it. I like the comedic skits and that kind of stuff. That's what I'm more drawn to. I know the dances work and they pop off, but I don't know. For me, I like the comedy side of it. I find that cool. Yeah. For YouTube, I like dance. Like I'll drop my shit on YouTube for some reason. I don't know.
Could you do comedic stuff on TikTok?
Definitely. We were thinking about it, like writing skits for TikTok.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's something that I think would be in line with me, I think. Yeah, I think it's just about like being in line with like my own branding and my own identity for my art and just like doing it for the right reasons, I think. If I'm doing
just for views and likes.
Yeah, exactly. If I was doing a TikTok video for views and likes,
it wouldn't
feel
long.
authentic. Yeah, it wouldn't last long either.
Yeah, I get you.
But if I'm doing it to say something or to create like a message, then I'd be more drawn to that. It'll be authentic for me. Yeah.
Definitely. I guess that's what's good about you guys, just keeping it real.
Yeah. We tried to. I mean, like, we've done some shit where we're just like, no, I don't know if that was really us. We got paid, but I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I remember hearing the Snoop Dogg interview where he's like talks about that, like doing stuff for money. And he'll be like, stay true to yourself. But then he was like, wait, how much is it? Like, which country is this going to be shown in? Like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah. Is this like, are you referring to Snoop Dogg?
Yeah.
There's like a video of him collabing with like this Viet rapper.
Oh really? Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
It was, when I saw that, I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. He's been featured in Show Me the Money, like a Korean rap show as well.
Yeah.
He's been everywhere, man. Like, but that's in line with Snoop's brand. He's everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like,
he's just universal.
You'd know his voice all over the world.
Exactly. So
his vibe.
He's just getting it. Yeah, his vibe. And just like, oh yeah, he's probably getting paid heaps for that. But
just a full chiller.
Yeah.
I think he's like a full gangster back in the days.
He's so gangster that it doesn't matter what he does.
He makes everything else gangster.
Exactly. Whereas someone else did it, you might be like, no, I don't know. They lose a bit of street cred for that.
I mean, Jay-Z does really well on that Indian song.
Oh yeah.
What Indian song?
There's a famous Indian song that blew up, and it's Jay-Z rapping on it.
No
And
way.
you'll know the exact
You know
one.
the
Like,
song.
I had an Indian friend that I told her about it, and she's like, "Wait, what do you mean Jay-Z?" And then I played the song. I was like, "Wait, this is Jay-Z." Everybody
Dang.
knows the song, but they don't know it's
So
Jay-Z.
you're saying I'll know the song if I
I'm
heard it.
pretty sure you'll know it.
Surely.
Yeah, it plays.
Everyone knows that.
Maybe link me later, and
Yeah. I'm pretty confident that you know the song.
Alright,
Surely.
So is it Jay-Z singing it, but like it doesn't sound like Jay-Z?
It's just a very Indian song, but it's like a authentic Indian sound, but it's Jay-Z rapping hard on it, like Jay-Z would. And
so like you can tell it's Jay-Z, and it's
you can tell it's Jay-Z.
Okay,
It's
okay.
Jay-Z. Like I think you would know Jay-Z.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's funny.
I'm excited for you to hear this.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to hear the song. Yeah.
Well, wait, what was the question?
What would you do if VSNRY didn't exist?
Yeah, I've been asking myself that. These past couple of weeks as well. To be honest, I think I would probably try and secure a full-time gig at Royal Stacks, because I just really love working with them and the team there. Danny himself.
Yeah, Dan's awesome, man.
He kind of brings something out of me that no one else has. So for that reason, I think I would try find something to do there.
What does he bring out of you that no one else does?
Probably the creativity, and he kind of allows me to do whatever the fuck I want, like with the brand, like So like I'm in charge of handling like Stax's brand image, their social media accounts, all their content, the way they're voiced online. I basically have like full reign on how I act as the account. And I kind of really like that. I don't have any limits on what I can and I can't do.
Cool.
It's how I want to do things. So yeah.
Hello.
With other clients, I just never have had that feeling. And I've tried to replicate it, but it just doesn't. I'm just not feeling it with the other clients. So that's probably what I'd do. I think it's a good thing, like that I can feel this way about something as well.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And I just fully embraced it. So yeah, I think that's what I'd do.
That's dope. I mean, Royal Stacks is a sick brand, and yeah, man, you've done really well, bro. Like just to see you like going to China with them and stuff, and like
it's really
like
cool.
That's crazy. It's crazy what you've done. I mean, I think like we're just like some kids drinking at Burton Park or what.
Bashing cunts up.
That ain't me, man.
Yeah, just hanging out in Springvale, hanging out at lab and stuff, and just like seeing each other around. Going
drop kick, you know.
Yeah, and you know, to see us working with like big brands now and like legitimate businesses that are killing it. I mean, it's crazy. So yeah, man, it's cool that you've built this relationship with them, and I definitely feel when it comes to like working with clients and like having them trust you in that way, where it's like
definitely
put your creativity on it. Like I want you to do it. Like I'm not going to tell you how to do your job.
Exactly. Like I just there's no like, I don't know, maybe it's me like as a person, but I hate being like told what to do, and I hate being, you know, like, Andy, you can't do this, you can't do that, and you know, you have to follow these rules and blah blah. I kind of hate that shit. So maybe by like Danny allowing me to have this kind of free will and that trust in me to do whatever I want with the brand, it just kind of sparks something in me that hasn't been able to be replicated with others, because I get other clients or people messaging me through Raw Stacks and saying, you know, like, hey, who, or not through Raw Stacks, but they'll message Danny and say, hey, who's doing your social media, who's doing your marketing, and Danny will refer them to me, and it's like, hey, I want what they've got, and I want my stuff like this and stuff, you know. But I can never, like, as much as I try, I can never just replicate it onto the other brand as well. And I think it has to do with my relationship with the brand. Like, for Stacks, like, I really love that brand, and like, I love the product, love the brand, I love the people. So I think maybe it's easy for me to express myself with that brand.
Feel more comfortable with them.
Yeah, with other brands, like maybe I don't love their product and I don't love their branding. So it's hard for me to show that like through my art per se.
Yeah. I get you. Yeah. I think that's interesting. And I guess that comes down to like, I guess like when you're scaling and stuff as well, it's like maybe this part of the job isn't for me. And it's like maybe someone else in the team feels more closer to that brand on like maybe it's like their thing. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, because I feel like that sometimes as well, where it's like maybe I'm editing a video or something like that. And I'm like, this actually isn't my thing. Like, actually, I'm not feeling it when I'm editing this. Like maybe someone else will be more suited to do this than me, you know? So, yeah.
And how much easier is it to create or do something when you're feeling it? Like with like stacks, like the stuff I do for stacks, like it's almost effortless for me. Like,
yeah, it just comes naturally.
Like whether it's how long it takes me or how like the idea that comes to me, it just feels so seamless for me.
Yeah.
Whereas with another brand, I might feel like I'm sitting on a piece of content for hours. Like, I don't know what to create. Like, I'm not sure what to do. And then you kind of like lose that motivation.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, fuck it. Like, yeah, that'll do. That was good enough.
Just like that. Yeah.
You know? So yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, man, I miss burgers. Are Royce doing deliveries? Are they doing
Yeah.
From Chatty as well? I feel like
no, Chatty's closed until I guess things get a little bit better with the center itself. So they're just on pause at Chatty for now. But the CBD in Brunswick is still open.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Dope. All right. Well, last question. Usually we end off every podcast with like a bit of like a piece of advice or like a lesson learned. But maybe if we just kind of break it down to just quarantine and ISO vibes, what has been your biggest lesson from... Actually, you know what? Fuck that question. I think what might be more interesting is advice that you'd give yourself from 10 years ago. I feel like it's always a nice question. Like if you could go back and talk to Andy from 2010, what would you say?
Don't rush things. Think about things. I have a tendency to kind of have a Rambo type of attitude where like I don't put too much thought into what I'm about to do, and I kind of just jump into it. Yeah. Whether it's like spending money, I don't think about I might need that money later. I would just spend the money. It's not just money; it could be other things too, like decision making, or you know, like someone comes up to me with a plan. I just like, yeah, let's fucking go. You know what I mean? In some ways, it's good.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's probably not good, and it's a good idea to maybe assess what the steps ahead are.
Yeah.
So for me, for some advice to me, I would probably say to maybe take a bit of a chill pill, take a few steps, have a think about the couple steps ahead before making rash decisions.
Dope. That's some good advice. That's some really good advice.
What about you guys?
Oh, no one does that to us.
I know. Two-way interview. I like it. I think for me, my advice would be, I don't want to say the same thing because I feel like patience is a big one. But I think what I would say now would be like always learn, always like do your research and really do it thoroughly in whatever it is. Like if there's one thing like that you are interested in, like study it, but like to a T, like dig deeper. Like if you read a book about it, like, you know, read 5 other books about it and see what else is out there. Because you might learn something different about it that you thought maybe it was just like this, but there's actually so many other things
definitely
that can help that. So yeah, for me, I'd be like, study harder. I hated studying. Well, I actually didn't mind it, but not for stuff that I just enjoyed. You know what I mean? Like if it was like running, I would just like running. You know?
Yeah. try learn like all aspects of that, I guess.
Yeah, just be a real student of it.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Good one. Mine would be probably pretty specific and just be learn how to meditate. You know,
that's a good one.
Because if I learned, like, I heard Tony Robbins say this: if you don't have 15 minutes for yourself, you don't have a life. You know.
Oh,
and
fuck,
like
that's mind blowing.
Yeah, because if you can't like actually do something, like sit still for 15 minutes and not have somebody like telling you off or telling you to do something, you know, like where is your life? You know,
definitely.
Can you
how much
like,
control do you have over yourself?
Yeah, you need to be able to breathe. And I think if I learned 10 years ago to start making a habit of meditating, I think that I'd be more aware, more present, and my time would be more valuable.
Yeah.
The 10 years between 2010 and 2020 will probably feel like double as long, you know, because I'll be able to cherish it more, you know.
Definitely.
And I know that now, from now to 2030, because I've been practicing meditation, my time is more valuable. And I'm more aware and more present.
Definitely.
Nice.
It's a good thing to have under your belt. And I can see how people can easily kind of take it not seriously, like, oh, like why the fuck are you meditating?
Yeah, but
but if you really,
it's free, you know.
Well, if you really like,
you do it properly.
Yeah, if you do it properly, you can really like reach a depth of consciousness that is unreachable normally.
Definitely. Yeah, man, it's important.
Did that sound super stoner?
A little bit. I'm gonna get back into the acid talk again.
Well, yeah, I think like meditation, I think it's not like you shouldn't have too much pressure to be like, oh, I need to get to a high level of consciousness, because sometimes I have meditation sessions where my mind races the whole time, but I still feel better after it, you know, like even though I didn't have like a successful meditation practice or whatever a successful meditation is, you know what I mean? Like to that standard, I still feel much more calm than when I jumped into it, you know?
Yeah.
Was that
transition? That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sorry, I was like getting on some Doctor Strange shit. I thought about the 4 million outcomes, and this is the only one we win.
How funny is that part of, oh, that's crazy.
All right.
Dinner time.
Yeah. Good talking to you, bro.
Yeah, man, it's nice catching up with you, bro.
Definitely, we got to catch up in person soon.
Yeah, man, housewarming.
Yes,
for sure.
Man, all the best with
Give me a couple of weeks.
And the shisha.
Cool. Tight.
But yeah, man. All right, we'll catch up with you soon, man. And all the best for the business and everything as well.
Thank you.
And thanks for your time, man. We'll catch up with you soon, man.
Cheers. Catch you, boys.
Peace, bro.